Howdy, folks. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. This is S.J. Poor sitting here at Little Face Brewing in Kentucky. It's been a minute since I did a video. A lot has gone on since I've done my last video. And we'll touch on some of that. Beer related, I'm cold crashing the IPA that I brewed up a couple weeks ago now. That's about all I have as far as beer related goes for this Homebrew Wednesday. So we had some major flooding that occurred here in central Kentucky, not Pennsylvania, in central Kentucky. Flooding of which they call it generational. So this is like the second, I want to say, highest floodwaters that they've seen here in Frankfort since 1978, I believe is what they said. So we had some water. We had probably, close to 2 foot of water in the backyard over here, all around the pool. I had thankfully got my shed raised up prior to these floodwaters coming through. My neighbor, 3 doors down, 3 houses down, so basically my yard, the next 2 yards, and Jason's yard down there were all flooded. We had a virtual lake back here. It was crazy. Matter of fact, I'll throw some footage in right here, just so you have an idea of how much water we had here. It's all water. You can't see, but you can kind of see water there. But, coming up on the Kentucky River. See the water in there. What's there? Look at all that. This poor guy's house his whole basement's underwater. It's backed up. Never seen it backed up this far. This is the first. So it's way back to here. Fruits are okay yet, but it won't be long. Yep. It's just running straight down the yard, non-stop. The whole way around the pool too. And this is all fences open. I never shut the fence, but it's actually. See it all coming down under the garden, straight down the hill. There we go. You can see how much water there was. I'm getting the last bits. Still a couple inches here, but not too bad. Repositioned the sub pump over there to what I think is about the lowest section, and getting every little bit out of here before the next freaking rainfall goes. But You can hear the neighbors. Actually, if you look, that neighbor still has some, 2 houses over. Zach actually still has about a foot in his yard. And yeah, we're getting there. I'll set this up with a float then before the next one comes through. Hell yeah, man. We pumped a bunch of water out of these last couple of yards. So basically I'm hitting this end and he's hitting that end. Yeah, so that's a bunch. That's a bunch. Bunch of freaking water. So Jason was running 2 gas pumps with 3-inch lines all day that Saturday. I fashioned together a portable electric sub pump and put it in the backyard and ran that all day Saturday. So basically it took us 3 pumps the entire day to get the water level down. It was getting close to getting in the back of his house, which would not have been good. I had a little bit of room yet down here. I didn't have any worry about it getting the water that was ponded up getting in the house, but my sub pump pipe for the basement actually dumps into the backyard, which is going to change. My worry was if the water reaches that pump, well, now that pipe becomes a drain, and I can't have that. So that's why we worked diligently at getting the backyards all pumped out. We did. It was great. Worked out great. Nothing like teamwork and nothing like neighbors. And so that worked out really well. I since then actually dug a pit and I put the sub pump in the yard in the back, because this is an issue that I have with water getting back here, and it's not an issue that I want to have. So that's going to be a band-aid until I come up with a better solution. My idea is to actually work with the borough or whatever town and see if we can do something about some drainage back here. So yeah, there was that. The city of Frankfurt flooded some, but thankfully the flood walls held up and held most of it at bay. It didn't make it down to the down into the entertainment, we'll call it, sector down there, like down Sinclair and stuff like that, down to the Brick Road, and towards. It did not make it down to the old Capitol, but it did hit the places that right around the river, and it flooded Buffalo Trace real bad. So yeah, so we had that. While we were dealing with that, unfortunately, we also were dealing with a very sick puppy. And you guys have seen our dog Lily in my videos off and on for the last 13 years. And well, she won't be in any more videos. She passed away. That's been hard. You know how animals, like, she's been in our life. Everything we did revolved around taking care of her and stuff. She's a good dog. She's a real good dog. And we're still crying a little bit. Not gonna lie. There ain't nothing wrong with it. When you put that much love into someone or something and they go, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And folks that have pets know exactly what I'm talking about. I want to say a special thank you to Josh Hoover and Larry Lentz, and my coworker Travis, for being really good friends during that time. It was tough. Larry, I love you, man. You know exactly when to give me a call. I thank you for that. We also had to deal with tornadoes, which ended up screwing up my roof. Now, this is not my house. My house is over here. So we're waiting for estimates. I have a piece of tarp paper up there trying to protect an area that went into our kitchen and all that jazz. So it's been a couple weeks. Nothing I'd want to wish on anybody. Good night. But figured I'd pop on and give you all an update. Still a little somber, as you can probably tell. Things are starting to kind of get back to a little bit of semblance of normal. Whatever normal is. I don't know. If somebody knows what normal is, let me know. If you have the secret to normal, put it in the comments below. I would appreciate it, and I'm sure so would everybody else. Anyways, I'm going to get back to my beer. It's nice out here today. Easter Sunday is this weekend. We're going to go down and visit the granddaughter in southern Kentucky, down Fort Campbell, before she transfers over to the South Carolina. So, looking forward to that. That'll be the first time that we've together went somewhere since we've moved here, as far as away. So, looking forward to it. And I know as a fact, when we come back to an empty house, it'll hurt. I'm sure of it. But the trip away is going to be fantastic. I haven't seen my granddaughter in 2 years, I want to say. I haven't seen my great-granddaughter in just as long. So, Mackenzie, Harper, we're coming to see you. Papa's going to get a hug. Anyways, folks, this is SJ Porter, Little Face Brewing. Enjoying good weather. And enjoying the fruits of his labor. Because I brew beer. I brew pretty damn good beer. Cheers.